Hey, here's Pretty Good Gaming. This is going to be a summary of all of us playing Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue. I played Red as named Kafiri, and my revival is Asshat.
So, my name is Brandon. I chose Pokemon Blue. I have John Cena, who's going to be able to defeat his evil rival Trump. Dun, 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 dun.
And hi, I am Meme, and I chose to play Pokemon Yellow. And my rival is going to be chosen by our Twitch streamers, Baka! We decided to do this for the Pokemon 20th anniversary, so I hope you enjoy.
Happy Pokemon Day!
Happy Pokemon Day!
As trademarked by GameStop.
So right off the bat, something really funny happens. You talk to your mom, and she says, "Oh, boys, gotta leave. Said so on the TV." Because, you know, TV's always right. But anyways, back to the glitches. So here we are setting up the get level 100 Pokemon right before Brock. You do so by getting into a trainer battle and a wild encounter in the grass in front of that guy. Then you will have to be poisoned and die to that the Metapod that you find. After so, that battle will still be continuing. So then you find another battle. This time I chose Gary, so that way my Charmander could growl at him 6 times. And by doing so, you should get a Gengar. So the growling 6 times is actually part of the underflow glitch. That way you will get a level 1 Pokemon, as you've seen here. So then after you get a level 1 Pokemon, you fight with it, and you can get a level 100 Pokemon. We have it all in better detail here.
Man, your glitch sounds hard. Mine was so much easier. I just had to walk in front of this trainer that you don't have in your game, and I just used an escape rope in front of him. Afterwards, I just entered Viridian Forest again and just got the first Pokemon I found and growled at it 6 times like you did. And then when I left the Viridian Forest, I just talked to some chode who won't let me leave the town. When you re-enter Viridian Forest, you see that I have a level 1 Nidoking. I'm going to do the same thing as Brand does, and I'm going to use the Underflow glitch to turn into a level 100 Nidoking.
And in my glitch, where you're trying to get past Brock's place without beating him, we talk to this dude, and then we have to save right as we talking to him, you know, press B start and then save. And, yeah, we would go back with an invisible dude. When you come back, this is what it'll look like, and you'll have to walk right where that dude stopped you, which he won't be there now, as you see, and you'll make it all the way through.
Man, I feel like James Woods over here. Ooh, piece of candy. So anyways, back to Pokemons. So I'm talking to this chick, and I'm about to get a Bulbasaur. But unfortunately, my Pikachu doesn't like me enough to have the Bulbasaur, so I'm gonna buy a potion and give it as many potions as I can until it likes me. You'll know that it starts liking me when it starts fist-pumping the air. Then I go back to see the trainer, and she gives me the Bulbasaur. Yay! And I decide to instantly name it Hamburgers, after our Pokemon Green playthrough. Next, I have to go through Nugget Road and to get our Charmander. I decide to name him Moyaze, as in to blaze in Japanese. Teach me how to Dougie. I always thought this was the cutest Pikachu little screenshot. He was in love with the Clefairy. Isn't that cute? Oh, yeah! Yeah! That's so much love! Sorry about that. I get easily distracted. So after I get my bike voucher, I also decide to get my Squirtle. While I was on Twitch, I decided to name it Squirtits, but then one of my people in the chat room decided that's not an appropriate name, so we decided to name our Squirtle Bubbles instead.
So here we're doing the Mew glitch by activating this trainer and then teleporting all the way back to Misty's gym to fight that trainer and growl at its Shellder about 6 times and then kill it, wreck it. And then here we're buying a bunch of Pokeballs. I thought this was going to be a fight of the lifetime to get Mew, and it only took 1 ball. Here's something funny. As we were trying to do the Underflow glitch, we ran into an Abra. We had to run away, but it didn't let us just so we can teleport away.
Man, Gabe, getting an Abra in the Mew glitch was much easier for you than it was for me. You can't even get an Abra until way later. The only reason I was able to get an Abra is I got a coin case from this guy, and I was like a little child looking for money everywhere, asking everybody, "Do you have some coins for me? Do you have some coins for me?" I don't know why they allow children to gamble in this game. That's probably why they take it out of this game. But eventually I managed to scrape up enough money to buy an Abra. Who would have known that you could have found enough money on the floor to buy an Abra in Pokemon?
Hey, I'm just stuck in a tree.
Getting stuck in trees is normal, right?
So many trees, but so little time. But we're going to through this dark cave here, and I actually got Flash, and but remember, I skipped a rock, so yeah, guess what happens there?
Ooh, another piece of candy. So, I never got the item here to see the Pokemon, so what I did instead is I went to the Pokemart and I bought myself a Pokédoll. For some reason, giving this Pokemon a Pokédoll, like, allows you to get past it. My theory is, it thinks it's its baby Cubone, and the Marowak's life is saved that way. I think it's a much better ending than a Pokeflute and a battle to the death.
I don't know about you, but all I had to do was just look up some stats. Guess what? I'm one with the trees. Oh shit, I've been got. Here we're doing the Snorlax glitch, where we have to activate this trainer and then fly away, and then go underneath Lavender Town and fight any trainers. For the other Snorlax, you do the same thing with another trainer, fly away, go all the way back to Celadon, and touch the Snorlax. Then go all the way to Lavender Town, you battle the trainer with a Cubone, and then you leave town, fight a Pokemon, and then the Snorlax will be gone. And so to get to Cycle Road without a bike, you first of all just talk to this guy where you tell you can't go through, and just brute force your way in, just B and dash, and you have a bike.
Here I'm using the Ditto glitch in order to get one of my Pokemon. In that case, it's Jynx. In order to get the Pokemon, you must have a special stat that corresponds to that Pokemon. Here's a website that we got the information from. Once you have a Pokemon with a special stat that you want to find a Ditto. We used the Dittos off of Route 15. They were pretty easy to find and low enough level that you could deal with them. As you can see, we got the Jynx that we wanted, and I decided to name it Nicki Minaj because it only seems suiting.
I like trees!
I'm still stuck in this tree.
So here we're going to be doing the walk through wall glitch, but first we got to get one of our Pokemon poisoned. So that's what we got here on Mew, poisoned, and at this point you only need one Pokemon in your party, and you need to go to the Savari Zone. Then you have to go out, then in, then back out again, and then save. And at this point you need to walk 500 steps, and on your 500th step you need to jump over the rail. But I did it wrong. I'll keep on trying, but anyways, here's Bren.
Here we have one of the most infamous glitches in video game history. In order to pull this one off, you need to talk to the old man in Viridian City, the second main city that you get to go to in the game. There, you talk to him, let him show you how to catch a Weedle, and then from there you go to Cinnabar Island, one of the last places, and surf up and down on the coast of Cinnabar Island. If you did it right, you'll find that guy.
2,000 years later.
So I finally finished this glitch, as you can see here, and what you need to do now is just keep on walking back and forth until your Mew dies. And now you can walk through walls, which I use now to beat Sabrina really fast.
So this time around, we're trying to catch a Professor Oak. To do so is very similar to trying to catch a missing no. You have to first go to the old man in Viridian City, and he will show you how to catch a Weedle. After doing that, you surf up and down on this coast that you see here, and you'll get Professor Oak. He actually comes once in a blue moon, but we got lucky this time. As you can see, Professor Oak uses many missing no's, and it's interesting to think that he uses them because they probably would have been in the next generation. Not only does he use missing no's, he uses abominations. Like, the hell is this? You okay? You should be okay, apparently it's okay to fight. So he has a Nidorino, and I don't care to find out what that thing can use, it's a mess. And I just Mega Punch it. So anyways, so this glitch is very particular. As you can see in my name, it's John Cena MN at the end. MN at the end is actually what gives you the ability to find Professor Oak. It is necessary to do the glitch. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I am not like Professor Oak. I do not use abominations. I actually use rappers to do my fighting for me. In this case, I have Johnny Black. He is a rapper that raps about reptilians. It only makes sense he'd be a Charmeleon.
As you can see, I messed up. There's only one thing we know how to do. Bird up!
Hey, you guys are watching Bird Up.